Hello dear students, welcome to the class of Health and Physical Education, Unit 8, Fundamentals of Anatomy, Physiology and Kinesiology in Sports. And today's topic which we are going to learn, that is functions of muscle. We are going to learn the functions of muscle. In the functions of muscle, it tells us that the muscular system or a muscle system is just like a machine which changes chemical energy into mechanical energy. What does the muscular system used to do? So there is a lots of chemical changes used to go in our body. That means, for example, like exchange of oxygen with blood, and it used or oxygenated blood. How it has been formed? There is an exchange of oxygen as well as blood, and with the help of that oxygenated blood used to be formed. So that used to, when the muscle used to contract, the chemical which are been running in our body, that used to helps us in generating the mechanical energy. That means that through that only we can move our body, and moving of the body is a mechanical type of process. So it is being considered, it converts in the chemical energy into mechanical energy. As we know, there are the three kinds of muscle: voluntary muscle, involuntary muscle, and cardiac muscle. Voluntary, that means which are in our control; involuntary, which are not in our control; and cardiac muscle. So voluntary muscles are those muscles which are there on our skeletal system. That means our skeletal muscles are being considered voluntary muscles that used to move or according to our, in our control. When we want, we can move them. Involuntary muscles are those muscles which are considered smooth muscles which are present in our digestive system. Then digestive tract, that is related to our intestine, esophagus, and that all. Then cardiac muscles are those muscles which are present in our heart. So that's why these are the three types of muscles. Apart from this, there are two kinds of skeletal muscle fibers, that is red fibers and white fibers. Red fibers are slow twitch fibers and fast twitch fibers. The red are slow and white are fast. So the athlete, those who are long runner, marathon runner, or those who are the cyclist which used to go for a longer duration, in those persons you may find out red fibers more, because they are being considered as in slow twitch fibers which are in red in color, and fast twitch fibers are in white in color. And you may find out these fibers in the players, those who require short burst energy. For example, 100-meter run, or the runner, the athlete who used to run for 100-meter, the long jumper, clear, they are having the fast twitch fibers which are in white ink. That means that proportion now in their muscle is more of white color fibers, and proportion of muscle are more in red color fibers for the endurance players. There are different categories are being given. Now, different muscles and fiber functions in the following manner. So first, it has been given that voluntary muscle provides the power to the movement of the bone. What does the voluntary muscle used to do, which is in our control? That used to provide the power and the power to the movement of the bone. That used to give to the power to our bones, and our body used to move. These muscle functions under the conscious control and can be controlled, as well as can be chosen when to use them. When to use them, that it depends upon us. They are also called as a skeletal muscle. Second, it has been given the human body becomes full of movement. When does the human body become? That becomes full of movement due to contraction and extension of muscle. When does the human body becomes full of movement? When our body used to contract and extend. When our muscle extends and when our muscle contracts, our body used to move. That's the second function. Then third function tells us that muscle is a unison of with bone, which makes our work easier. That means that there is a we can say that they are working parallel together, muscle and the bone, and which helps us in making our work easier. Either it may be lifting of any of the object, uh, it may be lifting of the pen, writing any of the thing, brushing our teeth, clear. So these all are the so this is what the function of the muscle. Then muscle gives the shape and size to the body. Definitely our body used to are looking the body used to look good, smart, and that which gives the shape and size to the body, that is only due to the muscle. The body works by the contraction and the relaxation of the muscle. How does the body works? The same point it be repeated. The body used to move with the contraction relaxation muscle. Same here it is been given, the body works by the contraction and the relaxation of muscle. Then it helps in work of internal organs like digestion and intestine. How, what does the muscle used to work? It helps us in the internal organs digestion process. As we know that there are smooth muscles are present in our intestine, which helps us in the digestion in the stomach. These muscles which are present in our stomach, esophagus, that is the digestive part, that is being considered as an smooth muscles. So that's why it helps us in the these organs like digestion and intestine. Then muscle contraction carries out of the two things, either they maintain a posture or they may cause movement. So muscle contraction, what does the muscle contraction used to do? They carry two functions, that is either they maintain the posture. When you stand straight, when you are standing in an attention position, many of the muscle used to contract, only then you can maintain the posture. Or what happens when you, that means that or what does the muscle contraction used to do? That means that your body is moving, that used to cause two movements. That means either you are having in a posture or you are in a movement. Some muscles are helpful in enhancing the movement. Some muscles are helpful in our movement, enhancement of our movement, that it makes our movement, we can say that it gives our movement a flow. We can call as a very good flow is our movement we can get. You have seen the dancers, they are having a very good flow in of the movement, they are having a good energy. So their muscles are helpful in enhancing the movement also. They can have a grace. Actually we are having a very good word is grace in their movement, and that is due to some of the muscles. So some muscles are helpful in enhancing the movement also, which helps us in improving the movement. Some muscles. Then large muscle protects our bone. What are the function of large muscles? That used to protection of our bones. Muscle helps in the movement of the liquid in our body. What does the muscle used to do? Helps in the movement of liquids in our body. Muscle used to help in the movements of the liquid in our body. Then muscle provide design to the body. What does the muscle used to do? It provides the design, that is shape and size. It used to provide the design to the body. That's like we are having bicep, we are having triceps muscles, then we are having ab muscles. So you can we can consider that muscle provides a design to the body also. Involuntary muscles are related to the movement of internal organs. So involuntary muscle, that means which are not in our control, that are considered involuntary muscle. So where it has been there, because the digestion, whatever the food we have taken, that food used to automatically, that food used to go down to the stomach from the through the esophagus, and then afterwards after digestion it used to go to the intestine, small intestine, then large intestine, and then afterwards it is. So this movement which has been there in the internal organ, that are involuntary, that is due to involuntary muscle. You can't control. If you want that I want to hold my food at this level, at the stomach level, and I don't want to let the food go to the small intestine, it is not possible. So that's why these muscles are being considered involuntary muscles. So organs, those of the stomach, intestine, visceral and the blood vessels, these all vessels also consist of the smooth muscles. Then cardiac muscle perform pumping action of the heart. What does the cardiac muscle used to do? That used to perform the pumping action. Pumping action of the muscle is being done with the help of the cardiac muscle. So these are the functions which we have learned related to the muscles. Just have a small look of the structure of the muscle. So this is one of the muscle which has been attached to the bone, and you can see this is a muscle, and you may have a muscle, there are having lots of bundles, and in that bundle one of the muscle which are coming out, and out of that muscle also there are the 4-5 bundles, and out of that too many small fibers are coming out. Clear that you can see here? Okay, now we are having, see that as we are having in the cell, the same way here also we are having sarcoplasmic reticulum, we are having transverse tubules, these are considered as transverse tubules. Then we are having a sarcomere. You can see a light blue color line on this red muscle, light blue color line, that is a one considered as band, that is been considered one band, and that is considered as a sarcomere. And you may find out that there are the many of these, and out of this one muscle which has been one of this fiber has been come out, that are known as myofibrils. Capillaries are there which are being attached, which used to supply the blood, and this is a muscle. See, it has been given here, the muscle fiber. Clear? This is the upper part is known as muscle fiber. Lightly, I hope so that you may not be able to get the clear writing. You can just have a search and you can check by your own. Clear? Okay, there are the two types of muscle fiber. Just see, I have given a picture also on the side. So red fibers contracts very slowly, that's why it has been considered slow twitch fibers. These are the fibers which are been found in the marathon runner, the long runner, the person who used to perform the activity for a longer duration without having any fatigue or getting exhausted. These are being considered red muscle fiber. That is why these fiber plays a prominent role in the activities full of endurance, long distance race. Clear? Then white muscle fibers, these fiber contract fast and produce explosive power. Explosive power where it requires like 50-meter run, like we are having broad jump, all of a sudden you need to take a leap where it requires explosive type of power. That is why these fibers plays an important role in the activity full of power. Anaerobic, why it is being aerobic means which used to run for a longer time period, and anaerobic means for short time period, but for short time period require lots of energy. For example, taking a high jump in a football, kicking a ball all of a sudden, then short distance race like 50-meter, 100-meter, 200-meter, and weightlifting they know that they require lots of energy. Explosive energy is being required where they require fast twitch fibers, because with the help of that explosion only they can lift the object all of a sudden. So here it is a picture. Let's understand with the help of the given picture. You can see there are the bundles of this red color you can see inside this muscle. This is one of the muscle fibers, and internally you can see the red color. These are considered red muscle fibers. They are being considered slow twitch because good supply of the blood continuously flows for a longer time period. Whereas the white muscle fiber, you can see there are the, it is seems to be white, and where are the few you may find out this red fibers. Clear? So these are, that means that maximum proportion of these white muscles are more as compared to the red, whereas in the red there are more of the red as compared to the white. Clear? They are in a color file, that's why. So red muscle fibers are slow twitch fibers that compose the muscle for the static work. Any of the static work that is being done with the help of the red muscle fiber, and compose also for the dynamic work, continuous motion, that is required for the white muscle fibers. So from my side this much. Thank you. If you are having any doubt, you can ask, you can comment, you can message. So from my side this much. Thank you.